Good morning and welcome to the special telecast this morning. Jammu and Kashmir elections over. It's now turn for Haryana ka dangal. As you can see, we appear to be ready in sort of the fighting battle pitch. And just like the wrestlers who are dealing with a lot of muck, what are the netas looking at? How many voters will come forth? And by 9 a.m., what has been the turnout like? Let's begin then. First, what is coming in this morning from across Haryana? 90 seats. Very crucial. BJP is eyeing a hat-trick, Congress is eyeing a resurgent and a comeback to the state of Haryana. It's a very crucial state, remember, when it comes to political equations. So what are we looking at? With 90 seats, the poll could determine the fate of the man you're looking at. Chief Minister incumbent Naib Singh Saini, Bhupinder Singh Hooda, if he can come back as the Chief Minister. Congress's Vinesh Fogart, for the first time, turning from wrestler to neta. JJP leader Dushyant Chautala, with the new alliance he has this time. And basically over 1,000 candidates in the political fray. Now remember, it's going to be interesting because Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini and former Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar were already the first ones. They've already exercised their franchisee, they've cast their vote. Focus also will be on Vinesh Fogart. Now with the Congress party as a candidate, cast a vote, urging the people of Haryana to come out and exercise their rights. The BJP eyes a third term, but a significant challenge coming in from the Congress party, which also hopes to reclaim power after a decade. So it's crucial for every party involved here, remember, as much as it is for the Bharatiya Janata Party, as it is for the Congress too.
हम जीत रहे हैं, तीसरी बार सरकार बना रहे हैं, बहुत बड़े मार्जिन के साथ हम तीसरी बार सरकार बना रहे हैं और ऐतिहासिक तीसरी बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार हरियाणा के अंदर बन रही है।
सब व्यापार करने वाले लोग, दुकानों वाले लोग अथवा छोटा बड़ा काम करने वाले लोग पहले अपना वोट डालें, उसके बाद जाकर के अपना व्यवसाय करें। शांति भाईचारा बना रहे और जहां तक मेरी जानकारी है, प्रशासन के लोगों ने पूरी व्यवस्थाएं की हैं और बिल्कुल पहले की तरह पहले भी हरियाणा में शांतिपूर्वक चुनाव होते हैं, अभी भी शांतिपूर्वक चुनाव हो, ऐसी मेरी सोच।
देश के लोगों ने तीसरी बार लगातार एनडीए की सरकार बनाई है और हरियाणा में भी, क्योंकि हरियाणा के लोगों का भरोसा मोदी में भी है और भाजपा में भी है। इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि 100% तीसरी बार हरियाणा में इतिहास रचेगा, कमल खिलेगा, बीजेपी की सरकार बनेगी।
हरियाणा में बहुत देखो लोगों का जो रुझान हम देख रहे हैं इतने दिन से, बल्कि लोकसभा के समय से और उससे भी पहले कि लोग इंतजार कर रहे थे इसी दिन का, आज के दिन का, आज के पर्व का, कि यहाँ पर सत्ता को पलटे और कांग्रेस की सरकार।
देखिए, बहुत बड़ा उत्सव है, एक वोटिंग का जो दिन होता है और आज हरियाणा, पूरा हरियाणा जोश और उल्लास और उसी एक नई उम्मीद के साथ में आज पूरा हरियाणा वोट करने जा रहा है। और कार्यकर्ता होने के नाते, एक पार्टी के मैं कैंडिडेट होने के नाते सबको बधाई भी देती हूँ और सबको मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ कि सब वोट करने जरूर जाएं, अपने घर से जरूर निकलें।
बड़ा दिन है आज का आपके लिए।
बहुत बड़ा दिन है और मुझे लगता है लोकतंत्र के अंदर सबके लिए बहुत बड़ा दिन है। और
पिछली बार 10 सीट आई थी आपकी सर, इस बार क्या उम्मीद है जेजेपी को?
मैं मानता हूँ पहले से अच्छा परफॉर्म करने की।
आज मुझे फर्स्ट टाइम मौका मिला कि मैं वोट डालूं और मैं काफ़ी एक्साइटेड थी। आई थिंक हम सबकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है, बीइंग द यूथ ऑफ दिस कंट्री, कि हम सब अपना वोट डालें और जो भी आपकी समझदारी से आपको बेस्ट कैंडिडेट लगता है, बेस्ट लीडर लगता है अपने देश के लिए, आई थिंक हम सबको उसके लिए वोट करना चाहिए, बिकॉज हमारे छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स ही हमें बड़ी ऊंचाइयों तक लेके जाएंगे।
We'll do very well because last 10 years BJP has done very well in Haryana for all sections of the society. So I am sure that people of Haryana will vote for BJP today. There is a huge section of society which feels that BJP has worked really well. I mean, they were able to get jobs, on merit, and the poor section of the society, they have really benefited from the various schemes. People have a lot of confidence in the leadership of Mr. Modi.
So for Haryana, who are the big candidates? Who are the big faces? Whether it's from the dynastic families or in many ways the ones who have made an entry into the political life. Let me take you through incumbent Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini. A very interesting journey. Remember, Manohar Lal Khattar was the Chief Minister barely a few months ago, and then the government decided to fall, and then came in Naib Singh Saini. At this point, can he ensure that the BJP returns without an alliance? And can he become the chief minister again? Because now he has a bigger responsibility on his shoulders. So Naib Singh Saini there, one of the big faces and from a very crucial constituency, Ladwa, and we'll go across to our colleague on the ground to tell you more about it. But let's look at other names as well. Remember at this point about the alliance that formerly was with the BJP that fell a few months ago by the month of March. That was with the JJP. Now, Dushyant Chautala was a part of it. Now he's decided to ally himself with Chandrasekhar Azad's party, the ASP. How will that fare well will be very crucial. It's a fresh political equation. Let's look at other candidates as well. So there is Dushyant Chautala, fairly younger candidate, mid-30s. Who comes in after that? An experienced face. Former minister in the government in Haryana, Anil Vij, very vocal, a lot of controversial comments coming in, but this time he has a lot of support of past experiences and has had repeated tenures with the government and as a legislator as well. Now, these are some of the big phases, but then again, if there's an experienced one, there's fresh energy coming in. A lot of focus will be on this young woman, Vinesh Phogat, with the kind of journey we have seen as a wrestler, as a medalist, and then the fight for the medal, and now as a political entrant, Vinesh Phogat from Julana, which is also the family of Sebastian family support that come in. So can that village support come in for Vinesh Phogat in this case? So these are some of the big faces that we have for the state of Haryana. And amid all of this, remember, who will the people vote for? Will it be the experience counting or will it be fresh energy? So let's go on the ground. My colleagues, Asim Basi joining me, also Anmol Bali. Asim, you've been constantly travelling through the state. In fact, your report specifically coming in from Ladwa that we also saw. Tell us about why these constituency, why Naib Singh Saini's seat is going to be very important. What are you picking up? And importantly, are people already coming out in the queues?
Yes, you start with Ladwa because Naib Singh Saini, being the Chief Minister of BJP, 6 months back he was named the Chief Minister. He came in place of Manol Khattar. So definitely in any electoral battle of any state, the Chief Minister's seat is most watched for. And he's been a constituency hopper, if I tell you. He contested from Narayangarh as MLA, then he went to Kurukshetra as MP. Then 3 months ago he contested as MLA from Karnal, and now the Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini is having an assembly battle from Ladwa. So that is also one thing which is keeping him on the edge. Like, people question that, but definitely BJP counts its works, its projects, whatever they've done in the state or in the central level. They feel that this will make them cross the line. But definitely, Chief Minister, be it Chief Minister, be it anyone, when it's a direct election and it's a 10-year anti-incumbency, 10 years BJP was in power, no poll is easy. Being Naib Singh Saini or be it anyone, no poll is easy. It is no cakewalk, no walk in the park for the Chief Minister as well, neither for anyone. So definitely this election, no matter how many elections Naib Singh Saini has contested, but this election is very important for Naib Singh Saini because he is contesting this to become a Chief Minister again, because the party has given clear indications that if BJP forms the government,
quickly, if you can
Naib
tell
Singh
me,
Saini will
are
be
people coming out? What is the village scenario like? What is the turnout compared to previously? Asim.
I'm in a polling booth where Dushyant Chautala and the entire Chautala family polled the vote a few minutes back. But here, the situation is not as bright. No big lines are there, no big queues, because it's early morning here around 9 a.m. So I think a lot of time to go. The polling is till 6 p.m. The people are coming in patches. They come in big number, then the place is deserted. So now also we can see in the television screen that the place is deserted. None of the people have come here to cast vote till now. Although although in the morning there were a lot of people, and we showed that to the viewers as well. Yeah.
Asim, stay on with me because just for the benefit of the viewer, why is the state of Haryana so important? Let me take you through some of the background and the details that we have brought in with our election intelligence dashboard. Now, importantly at this point, remember, let's take a look at the turnout first. How has Haryana performed all these years? It's going to be interesting. See, it started from 73% to 2009, but it did escalate to 77%, but came down to 69% by 2019. So there's been a fluctuation for the turnout that we have seen. But it is important to tell you how, whether it's rural or urban areas, and specifically rural, people in Haryana have definitely come out in good numbers. And there is Jawan, Kisan, these are some of the big factors when it comes to Haryana. Also, let me tell you about why this is one factor, in case you didn't notice, it is about dynastic politics. There's the Huda family, the Chautala family. So there has been as much about the dynasty reference that has come in for the state of Haryana, and all parties have been boasting about it. BJP 15, Congress has had about 23, and JJP has about 2. JJP fairly a new party coming in again from the Chautala family. So this is something that we can look at, and we'll go across, let's take a look at the rural demography here. So this is why I say that as much or more than 60% people live in rural areas in Haryana. This is important because a lot of factors for agriculture, for armed forces, a lot of issues that we've seen in the past with regard to agitations and protests do come because of the kind of expansive rural areas there has been. And on that note, I want to go across to my colleague Anmol Bali also joining me. Anmol, where are you presently this morning and what is it looking like for the turnout?
Pooja, currently I am here at the Charkhi Dadri, and as you can see in the visuals behind me, heavy deployment of Haryana police as well as paramilitary forces here at a polling booth which is Saini Dharamshala in the city of Dadri. And as you can see, people have started queuing up. They have been coming here since morning around 7 when the voting has started, and this seat is also one of the hot seats of the Haryana Vidhan Sabha election. Dadri is in the southern Haryana in the Jat land, Jat hinterland, and Dr. Manisha Sangwan is the candidate from the Congress party, and the Bharatiya Janata Party has given ticket to Sunil Sangwan, ex-jailer of the Sonaria jail, on this seat. And on the other hand, JJP has given this ticket to Rajdeep Phogat, and it was also seen in the morning that Vinesh Phogat, who is also candidate of the Congress party from Julana, has casted her vote in her paternal village in the Balali, which is in the Charkhi Dadri district. And soon Babita Phogat, her cousin sister, will be coming here to cast her vote for the elections. Pooja.
Anmol, stay on with me because Haryana is one state. If you've looked closely, there was a BJP-JJP alliance earlier. Then the alliance fell off and became now GJP with the ASP. So there are fresh alliances. There is an India alliance for general elections, but Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress couldn't really reach the consensus they would have liked at this point. So what are we looking at? Look closely on your screen. The numbers show how Haryana has performed all these years. And importantly, who are the big faces, the big factors when it comes to, let's say, whether it's Naib Singh Saini, whether it's Manohar Lal Khattar. This is experience coming in, and then there is Vinesh Phogat and others as well. So therefore, remember at this point, it will be interesting to see how the turnout has been. 90-member assembly seats for Haryana, and will it be the comeback? Will it be a hat-trick for the BJP, or will the people want change as well? Let's take a look at more details coming in as I constantly bring you what's happening. Remember about the assembly right now, as the elections that have started, who will be the focus? The focus will be as much about whether the alliance wins or whether it will be a party.
सैनी साहब, मार्च में आपको मुख्यमंत्री के तौर पर बैटिंग करने को भेजा गया। उसके कुछ हफ्तों बाद लोकसभा का चुनाव हो गया, जहां पे आपकी टीम का प्रदर्शन बहुत अच्छा नहीं था। अब 10 साल की एंटी इनकम्बेंसी और आपके लिए बहुत बड़ी चुनौती कि अपनी टीम को जिताना है। क्या आपको लग रहा है कि उम्मीद है कि बीजेपी की नैया पार निकल सकती है हरियाणा में, या आपको लगता है कि कश्ती इस बार डूब रही है?
नहीं, देखिए राहुल जी, पिछले 10 वर्षों में बिना भेदभाव के जो काम हुए हैं हरियाणा में, ऐसा नहीं है। देखिए, कुछ काम ऐसे होते हैं, पर्सनल किसी का काम हो गया। मैं भी इस बात को बोलता हूँ, कई बार जब मेरे पास लोग आते हैं, मेरे पास अगर 100 लोग आए, 100 में से मैंने 50 लोगों के काम हुए, 50 पेंडिंग रह गए हैं। मैंने कहा कल होंगे। मैं 100 के 100 तो मैं एकदम पूरे नहीं कर सकता, उसको कोई भी नहीं कर सकता, और इस बात को लोग भी जानते हैं, लोग भी समझते हैं। आज हुआ, कुछ के कल हो जाएंगे, नेक्स्ट डे हो जाएंगे। हमारी जो मंशा है, हमारी जो सोच है, जो भी व्यक्ति अपने काम के लिए आता है, उस व्यक्ति का काम पूरा हो, उसके लिए हम डट करके प्रयास करते हैं। और इसी के कारण ही लोगों के अंदर एक बड़ा विश्वास हमारी सरकार के प्रति बढ़ा है। लगातार अगर आप लोग देखेंगे कि पिछले 10 वर्षों में, 2014 से पहले अगर देखेंगे, 2014 के बाद देखेंगे, जमीन आसमान का अंतर आपको नजर आएगा 10 सालों में। 2004 से 2014, 2014 से 2024।
सर, हैदराबाद में निकाय चुनाव हुए थे, म्यूनिसिपल इलेक्शंस। वहां पे बीजेपी ने इतनी ताकत लगा दी कि मतलब पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट भी जा रहे हैं, गृह मंत्री भी जा रहे हैं, सबके रोड शो हो रहे हैं, रैली हो रहे हैं, और बहुत ताकत लगाई वो जीतने के लिए। उतनी ताकत हरियाणा में तो आपकी पार्टी नहीं लगा रही। मैं देख रहा हूँ कार्यक्रम बन रहे हैं, कोई जा रहा है महाराष्ट्र जा रहा है, कोई जा, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं आ रहे, ऐसा नहीं, मैं नहीं कह रहा, पर जितनी ताकत एक शहर के निकाय चुनाव में लगा दी उतनी ताकत तो हरियाणा में नहीं लग रही है।
राहुल जी, पहले तो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि हमारे लिए सभी चुनाव वो मजबूती से हम लड़ते हैं, चाहे छोटा चुनाव है चाहे बड़ा चुनाव है, ऐसा नहीं है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी अभी 14 तारीख को कुरुक्षेत्र के अंदर आकर के उन्होंने चुनाव का आगाज किया है। उसके बाद आदरणीय अमित शाह जी गए, हमारे कल योगी जी थे, पूरी लीडरशिप।
मैं मान रहा हूँ, एक होता ना कि पूरी ताकत लगा के कि करना ही करना है, जीतना ही जीतना है, कुछ
लगा रखी है।
कम कम बीजेपी की ताकत हमने देखी है सर, कम ही कम। अगर पहलवानी हो ना कि मतलब लड़ तो रहे हैं दाव, लेकिन जिस एफर्ट से लड़ना चाहिए ना ओलंपिक चैंपियन, उतना एफर्ट नहीं हो रहा सर।
राहुल जी, पूरी ताकत लगी हुई है, पूरा सिस्टम लगा हुआ है और मजबूती से चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं। आपको मैं बताना चाहता हूं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी हरियाणा के लोगों ने तय कर दिया है, तीसरी बार हम बहुत बड़े मार्जिन के साथ सरकार बना रहे हैं, बड़े मैंडेट के साथ बना रहे हैं, एक तरफा सरकार बन रही है।
Remember, 1,000 candidates, their fate will be decided. But there are, of course, some big candidates, but it's also about a party survival. Now, in 2014 elections, BJP got a clear mandate. It was about 47 seats. No worry, made a government easy. But in 2019, they had to ally with the JJP, and that alliance then fell over. Let me go across now this morning to Kamaljeet Sandhu. Kamaljeet, you've been constantly touring different areas of Haryana. What is the sense that you're getting out about people coming out to vote? Do you see turnout around you? What are people saying? What is the mood like? Is it anti-incumbency, pro-incumbency? Take us through.
Well, it's a very interesting elections right here in Haryana, because remember, as far as infighting is concerned, that actually is both in BJP and Congress. So we've got Randeep Surjewala, we've got Kumari Shailja creating trouble for Bhupinder Hooda. There is also Anil Vij, where we're standing at his residence right now. He's expected to be out here anytime, but he's thrown his hat in the ring for the Chief Minister candidate. There's also Rao Inderjeet Singh. So there are many takers in BJP as well. Then there is also the issue of the farmers, of the Jats, of women, of Agniveers. So there are several issues which are now in the center of focus of Haryana polls. But what is important and significant is that this is largely a bipolar contest. So it is a BJP versus Congress, and remember, BJP is looking at a third time. So there is a tenure of anti-incumbency. They did divorce a couple of months ago with the JJP. There was a change of guard. Manohar Lal Khattar was out and he went into the center. A new face in the name of Nayab Singh Saini. So there have been several challenges as far as the BJP is concerned. And remember, to keep its own house intact. And when the ticket distribution was done, there were several leaders who were very unhappy with that. But seems rather very, very tough for BJP. But similarly, Congress has been out for 10 years. This time they want to put up a united front together. But we've seen different voices, be it Kumari Shailja, who's been very vocal. And obviously, it's also the issue of the Chief Minister face as to who it's going to be. But considering the number of candidates who've been given those particular tickets, it does seem that Bhupinder Hooda's had a major say in that. And it does seem that if they do get the numbers, it should not be much of a surprise. Meanwhile, it's the smaller parties, the INLD, the JJP, the Aam Aadmi Party, who also hoping that they would win at least those number of seats that could actually help them be the kingmakers. But today, Puja, is a special day because today is the Janta who are the kingmakers in real. So they have been queuing up in large numbers. In Ambala city, Ambala Cant, we're talking about Asim Goyal there, and we also seen Anil Vij, who looking to contest and defend for the 7th time their particular seat. But it's not going to be an easy task. Up against him is Chitra Sarwara, a newbie in all senses, a Congress rebel, and she also likely to cut a lot of votes. But at this point of time, it's the BJP's confidence.
It's going to be fascinating. Like you've said, unlike some other states, remember this time Haryana has a lot of alliances, separate small alliances as well. There are individual parties and then there are some specific candidates. So it will be interesting to see what happens, how people will decide to vote and eventually what happens after elections when the results are out. Kamaljeet is at Anil Vij residence. Kamaljeet, I'll come back to you as and when Anil Vij possibly comes out and gives you a reaction as well. And can he become the Chief Minister, as he appears to have thrown his hat in the ring? Amid all of this, remember, there are these, of course, experienced political faces. But then there are new entrants. And I'm sure you've guessed it already. From sports to politics, Vinesh Fogart got a ticket from the Congress party, decided to take her fight from the dangal, from the pitch, from the mud and the mat, now to the political arena. Now, what will her stars look like? Remember, at this point, no political experience. But there's definitely been a lot of chatter around Vinesh Fogart. And therefore, at this time, remember, it will be crucial to see how people go ahead and decide to vote for her. Vinesh Fogart spoke in an exclusive interview to India Today's consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai. Let's dip into that.
Politics करना ज़्यादा मुश्किल है या वर्ल्ड चैंपियन को ओलंपिक्स में हराना? जापानीज जो कभी नहीं हारी थी, कौन सा ज्यादा मुश्किल है?
देखो सर, टफ दोनों हैं। स्टार्टिंग हमेशा ज़्यादा टफ रहती है, तो अभी पॉलिटिक्स बहुत ज़्यादा टफ हो रही है, लेकिन जब रेसलिंग स्टार्ट किया था तो वो भी उससे भी ज़्यादा टफ था। तो हर क्षेत्र में स्टार्टिंग में मेहनत लगती है, जैसे यूज टू हो जाएंगे, जैसे लोगों को जानने लग जाएंगे, अपने आसपास का जो एक इन्वायरमेंट, सेफ इन्वायरमेंट जब बन जाता है तो मेरे आई थिंक मतलब ठीक रहेगा सब चीज़ें।
लेकिन सबसे बड़ी आपको चैलेंज क्या रही है? आप जैसे ही आप राजनीति में आ गई, मैं देख रहा हूँ इस पूरे एरिया में ज्यादातर पुरुष हैं, आपके पार्टी ऑफिस में ज्यादातर पुरुष हैं। एक महिला जिन में जुलाना से जहाँ कभी कोई महिला जीती नहीं है, ये बहुत मुश्किल है या ये एक चैलेंज आपके सामने है?
जुलाना में पहली बार किसी महिला को टिकट मिला है, ये एक बहुत ही बड़ी एक अचीवमेंट लगा लो, महिलाओं के लिए लगा लो।
एडजस्ट हो गई है पूरी तरह से?
एडजस्ट नहीं हुई हूँ। सबसे डिफिकल्ट है लोगों को रिकॉग्नाइज करना, पहचानना, उनके नाम से पहचानना, क्योंकि इतना बड़ा क्षेत्र है और सभी को ये है कि जितना जल्दी हमें पहचान ले, तो वो थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो रहा है मेरे लिए। सीखेंगे, टाइम लगता है, हर चीज़ को टाइम लगता है, तो मैं अपने आप को भी टाइम दे रही हूँ, लोगों को भी हम समझाने की कोशिश करें कि टाइम लगेगा, थोड़ा सा हमको सब्र रख के और स्लो चलना पड़ेगा। ज़्यादा स्पीड की गाड़ियों का एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है, तो स्लो चलना है, बिल्कुल
स्लो चलना है। क्योंकि हम चरखी दादरी में थे, उस एकेडमी में गए थे जहां से आपने शुरुआत की थी, वहां लोग कह रहे थे हम चाहते थे कि विनेश हमारे यहाँ से लड़े, अब आप ससुराल से लड़ रही है, तो कहीं वहां के लोग कह रहे हैं चरखी दादरी से क्यों नहीं लड़ी, यहाँ जुलाना से कहाँ लड़ गई?
देखिए, ये तो पार्टी का एक डिसीजन है अपना, मैंने कहीं से ऐसे नहीं बोला कि मेरे को यहाँ से दो, उनको जहाँ पे ठीक लगा वो उन्होंने किया है। लेकिन एक जन्मभूमि है, एक कर्मभूमि है, तो वह भूल दोनों को नहीं सकती। काम हम पूरे जुलाना क्षेत्र तो हमारी प्रायोरिटी है ही, लेकिन हम पूरे हरियाणा के लिए भी हम काम करने की पूरी अपनी एक विजन रखेंगे। ऐसा नहीं कि एक क्षेत्र तक मैं सीमित नहीं रहना चाहती हूँ। अगर मैं देश की खिलाड़ी रही हूँ तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि हरियाणा या देश में कहीं पे भी लोगों को, चाहे स्पोर्ट्स के थ्रू हमने इंस्पायर किया है, तो अभी पॉलिटिक्स के थ्रू भी हम इंस्पायर करने की कोशिश करेंगे एक नई सोच के साथ में।
Well, so it's now up to the people of Haryana and the voters to come out and cast their vote in large numbers so that they would have a representation for the next 5 years. Today is not as much about the dangal on the mud pitch. It is about the dangal in the political arena. And that's why what's the turnout looking like in Haryana at this point? Remember, with the 90 assembly member seats, what are people going to vote for? Is it going to be a consolidated one-party vote that's going to turn out, or with the different alliances that have come in? Remember, a lot of smaller parties also have made separate alliances. Will that help make or break with regard to the voting turnout? Let's take a look first at what has been happening since morning. There's been a good turnout. A lot of experienced faces and netas also have come out to vote. But amid all of this, what do we see on the ground? The focus will be on Naib Singh Saini, incumbent Chief Minister. Can he return? He's already in many ways a Chief Minister face for the BJP. But then there is a former Chief Minister, and that's from the Congress party, Bhupinder Singh Hooda. Then there is Congress's younger face, a new entrant, Vinesh Fogart. JJP leader, earlier with BJP, now with a new alliance, Dushyant Chautala. 1,000 candidates are in the frame. Manohar Lal Khattar and Naib Saini, one an incumbent and one a former Chief Minister, both were there early morning at their polling booth to cast vote, and it's a good example that they have set as the leaders, asking people to come out and vote in good numbers. Vinesh Fogart also cast her vote. So let me go across on the ground now. My colleague joining me, Anmol Bali. Anmol is with Babita Phogat, a renowned wrestler, also has been an entrant in the political arena. Anmol, over to you. What is Babita saying? Vote has been cast?
Pooja, currently I am here in Dadri and I am joined by the ace wrestler and star campaigner of the Bharatiya Janata Party who has just voted. तो बबीता जी, आप अभी वोट कर आई हैं, हरियाणा विधानसभा चुनाव है, आपने अपने लोकतांत्रिक जो आपकी राइट है उसका इस्तेमाल किया, क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
बिल्कुल, ये लोकतंत्र के अंदर हम सब नागरिकों का अधिकार है और सबसे बड़ा अधिकार मैं मानती हूँ वोट का अधिकार है। और मैं सभी प्रदेशवासियों से मैं आग्रह करूंगी कि आप सब लोग इस लोकतंत्र के पर्व के अंदर आप बढ़ चढ़ के भाग लें और अपनी जिम्मेदारी को निभाएं, क्योंकि प्रदेश की उन्नति और प्रगति आप सबके वोट के ऊपर डिपेंड करती है कि आप सही वोट और सही का अपने सही इस्तेमाल करेंगे, तभी अपने प्रदेश और प्रदेश की प्रगति और उन्नति उसी ओर जाएगी।
बबीता जी, कल आपका एक बयान भी देखने को मिला जहां आपने कहा कि आपके पिताजी यानी विनेश फोगाट के ताया जी का नाम कहीं नहीं लिया गया कि जब विनेश फोगाट संन्यास लेती हैं, तो क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
देखिए,
परिवार के अंदर जो अंतर
मैंने ये नहीं कहा, उन्होंने जो अपने बयान दिए थे तो मैंने उसी चीज के ऊपर मैंने कहा है कि बहन ने ऐसा किया है और ये बहन ने बोला है। ये देखिए, अपना फर्ज बनता है, जिस गुरु ने या जिस पिता ने आपको आगे बढ़ाया है तो वो उन्होंने जो लिखा है, सबका थैंक्स बोला है, तो गुरु का भी थैंक्स होना चाहिए था। इसमें कोई बुराई नहीं है और कुछ गलत नहीं है, सिर्फ थैंक्स की बात।
बबीता जी, जब विनेश राजनीति में आए उससे पहले आपकी उनसे कोई बात हुई, आपने उनको समझाने की कोशिश की, कोई उनका फोन आया हो आपको, क्योंकि आप पहले से राजनीति में हैं, कुछ दोनों बहनों में बातचीत?
देखिए, राजनीति में आने का विषय ये है कि ये कोई भी व्यक्ति किसी भी टाइम कोई भी पार्टी ज्वाइन कर सकता है, इससे किसी को कोई आपत्ति नहीं है। और हो सकता है उनका कांग्रेस पार्टी ज्वाइन करने का फैसला पहले से भी हो सकता है, लेकिन मैं इतना ही कहूंगी कि ये हर किसी का अपना निर्णय है, हर किसी की अपनी विचारधारा है और हर कोई अपने निर्णय लेने में सक्षम है।
बबीता जी, आप स्टार कैंपेनर रही, सारे हरियाणा का आपने दौरा किया, तो क्या आपको हालात लगते हैं, क्योंकि अभी 24 के जो चुनाव थे लोकसभा के, वहाँ देखा गया कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जो प्रदर्शन था वो उतना खास नहीं रहा, विधानसभा में आपको क्या उम्मीद लगती है?
आप ऐसे कैसे कह सकते हैं कि खास नहीं रहा? 5 सीटें हमने लोकसभा में जीती हैं और अब की बार लोकसभा के बाद में अगर बदलाव आप देखने को मिला, जब लोग कह रहे थे कि एक तरफा कांग्रेस चल रहा है, एक तरफा जा रहा है, लेकिन आज अगर माहौल की अगर हम बात करें तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार बनने जा रही है और ये आने वाली 8 तारीख को सबको पता चल जाएगा।
बबीता जी, क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगी लोगों को आज चुनाव में?
मैं लोगों को यही मैसेज देना चाहती हूँ कि अपने अधिकार, जो सबसे बड़ा राइट है हमारा वोट का अधिकार, तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा इस लोकतंत्र के पर्व के अंदर इसको उत्साह के साथ मनाएं और बढ़ चढ़ के भाग लें और अपने मतदान करना ना भूलें। पहले मतदान फिर जलपान।
Pooja, as you have heard from the ace wrestler Babita Phogat, she has just casted her vote here in the Dadri city, and as you heard, she is hopeful that the Bharatiya Janata Party will hit the hat-trick in the Haryana politics, but the fate of all the candidates will be in the ballot boxes, which will open on the 8th, and it will we'll get to know on the 8th of October that who wins the Haryana, either it's Congress, BJP or any other political party.
Pehle matdan, phir jalpan. So first ensure that you cast your vote, then go have your breakfast. And in Haryana, remember early morning, a lot of voters were seen, but I want to also help you understand why Haryana is crucial. It is about new entrants, but it's also about experienced faces, and a lot of dynasty politics, so to say, are included. Let's take a look at some of the big candidates that we have for the state of Haryana. Look at that. Amid all of these, who are the big VVIP candidates that we have? Abhay Singh Chautala, INLD, one of the big parties, and the Chautala family, remember, even though JJP has come out of it with Dushyant Chautala, but this remains, and coming from a former chief minister's family as well, holds a lot of importance. Now, there is Aditya Surjewala Congress Party, there's Anil Vij, of course, former minister in the government from Ambala Cant, Arjun Chautala, again, a new member of the family, Bhupinder Singh Hooda, again, from the Congress, so the political family coming in, former chief minister, has a lot of sway, even right now, a lot of vote banking on the Hooda name when it comes to the Congress party. Dushyant Chautala with the JJP has joined earlier, was with the BJP for the previous 2019 elections as alliance. It fell off in the month of March. That's when Naib Singh Saini became the chief minister. Now from Ladwa, where Saini currently is, he still remains the CM face if the BJP wins this time. is he going to be in many ways become a bigger face when it comes to the Bharatiya Janata Party unit in Haryana? Gopal Kanda from Sirsa, remember, controversial candidate all these years, but has been a political strong force as well. So these are some of the big candidates that have come in. As you can see, at least I can count at least 4 Chautalas and a Hooda as well. So that is reflective of how Haryana has been. Amid all of these, what does the turnout look like? Again, a quick background for you to help you understand how Haryana has voted in the past few years. 2009, 73%, 77%, 69 slightly dip in 2019. But why it is important to mention here, 2014, BJP had a clear mark, about 47 seats, clear majority made the government. But in 2019, they had a share about 40 seats is what they had got. They had to ally with the JJP, Dushyant Chautala's party, and that alliance eventually fell off a few months ago. So it will be very interesting to see which alliance, which party manages to come for this time. Just to give you another trivia here, in the Lok Sabha elections, BJP had earlier scored very well, about 10 seats completely total. But this time, it was divided between BJP and Congress, 5 each. So Congress thereby is expecting a resurgence going by how the Lok Sabha election results have been. So let me now go on the ground as our colleagues continue to join us from different locations. Asim Bassi is joining me. Asim, you know, when we look at how the changes have been, I think Haryana is one state where a lot of alliance change has happened. JJP was with BJP, now it is with ASP. Aam Aadmi Party and Congress could not get together. How are you looking at, could that bring a confusion to the voter? Or do you think voter will be very clear in Haryana this morning when they decide to reach the polling booth?
I think voter has been very aware all through, and because these alliances came up and then these alliances broke up, because the JJP came out of the BJP government when during the Lok Sabha elections, the JJP and the BJP alliance broke. And although JJP now has alliance with the Azad Party, although in the India alliance the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party are together, but in Haryana they are not contesting along, they are contesting differently, and this is the reason. So there are a lot of alliances. JJP has formed an alliance here in Sirsa. Inalo has formed all over Haryana. Inalo has formed an alliance with BSP. So it's a different elections, and as you say, apart from the alliances, it is about big faces, the big families, the Hoodas, the Anil Vij, the Naib Singh Saini, the Chautalas, the JJP faction of Chautalas, the Inalo factor of Chautalas, the Abhay Chautala, his son Arjun Chautala, and we spoke to Ranjit Chautala also. So a lot of elements are there, and dynastic politics is a big play in Haryana. And as far as alliances are concerned, I don't feel that people will be any sort of confusion. People have great clarity. They're very politically aware. They have that game awareness of when it comes to politics. So they're casting their vote in Sirsa. It's been 9.7% of turnout till now, and they're casting their vote very, very with a strong thought process, and they know what candidate they have to vote and why they have to vote. Yeah.
Continue to track all the latest we have coming in from Haryana. It's going to be absolutely fascinating. Remember, we have the INLD aligning with the BSP, there's JJP with the ASP, India bloc together in the Lok Sabha elections, not as much for Haryana elections this time. And then there is, of course, the Bharatiya Janata Party. But as anyone who has covered enough elections will tell you, that the real game begins after results are announced. And if it's not a clear majority, the meetings, the hustles, the calls that take place, possibly resort politics too, that will be interesting to watch. 8th October is when all of this is going to be put to rest for Jammu Kashmir, Haryana. But this evening itself, we of course have the big exit polls coming up, so you know precisely what do we have with our survey, what are the people thinking. But amid all of that, as voting continues in Haryana, it's a one-phase elections, unlike Jammu Kashmir, which was a 3-phase elections over 3 weeks. And therefore in Haryana, it will be important that when people decide to cast their vote, will it be to a Bhupinder Singh Hooda, a prominent face, former chief minister? Will it be to the O.P. Chautala's family, again a former chief minister and a big dynasty political family? Will it be to the Bharatiya Janata Party or to the smaller parties? Whether it's the BSP, the Aam Aadmi Party, the ASP, will that be able to make a dent in this case? I have some big news coming in. Let me now tell you about the voting turnout. How is Haryana coming across? Brisk voting. Not very good, I would say. About 9.5% in Haryana till 9 a.m. But this is just the morning. Remember, it always picks up by about 12 p.m. The number that we have coming in from Kaithal and Kurukshetra is about 9% voting. Not very good. People of Haryana, if you're listening, watching, come out, do vote, do cast, do decide your leader in the state of Haryana. So 9%, it's still a single digit. It should have at least become a double digit when it comes to the voting in Haryana. But looks like possibly people will have Jalpan first and then the Matadan. So they have likely will be coming in just the next few hours. And remember, the temperature also soaring in certain parts still of North India. So we have the leaders at least. Dushyant Chautala, Anil Vij, Naib Singh Saini. The leaders have definitely come out to cast already, even if it's about 9%. But it's still a brisk voting. Remember, it hasn't like it has stopped. But it is slower possibly than usual. But we hope that it will pick up over the next few hours. Gurugram, the high-tech city of our country, the big cosmopolitan city of Haryana, adjacent and as NCR, as it is called, of national capital Delhi. What's happening? Gurugram, only 6%. Looks like people of Gurugram are taking their own sweet time. It's a weekend morning, but I hope that Gurugram does come out. Only 6% voting for now. Remember, sadly, what we have seen in the past few years, that whether it's Srinagar in J&K, that otherwise witnessed a absolutely record-breaking polling, Srinagar was the lowest. Delhi, Mumbai doesn't have the best voting percentage as a turnout. Gurugram again, just 6% for now. What is it about our cities that have a lot to say, but not much to vote? So I want to go across to my colleague Kamaljeet Sandhu for the latest on that. Kamaljeet, would I be correct to say that a 9% usual and a 6% in Gurugram is not the best looking like, but hoping against hope that it will pick up?
Well, you know, Pooja, as far as the urban areas are concerned, the polling percentage has usually been low. So this doesn't come as much of a surprise. But also we're looking at rural areas. You know, Jeend is showing a good number. Rohtak is showing a good number. We've also seen good numbers. Even Ambala city, where I'm standing currently, doesn't really show much numbers. But the first 9 a.m. is showing 9.6, which seems like a good start, comparing that there could be only a two-digit figure we is just beginning to show at 9 a.m. But yes, this is obviously a test of fire for all political parties, in particular BJP versus the Congress. This is also a time where we are looking at anti-incumbency. We are looking at the issue of both the Pahalwan as well as the Kisan. So all these issues are something which BJP has been worried about. But with the change of guard, they have been able to knock off certain negativities. Now this is what we largely get a feeling. Even CM's own fight in Ladwa seems like an uphill task. But as far as BJP is concerned, they say they're going to sail through. Now we also see another thing which is unusual this time around is the infighting. Anil Vij has thrown his name in the hat, so in the ring. So this is where we also know that there are other contenders like Rao Inderjeet Singh. There are also, now you see a number of people who are out here, because we do expect Anil Vij to show up at any second now. But also significantly is that there are problems galore as far as BJP is concerned. But meanwhile, we see a bit of infighting even in the Congress party. Kumari Shelja has been extremely vocal, and obviously a decision regarding the CM phase. So all this is something there. But this is obviously not just the tu-tu meme between Congress and BJP. We are also looking at parties like the INLD, like the JJP, like the Aam Aadmi Party.
And also importantly, Kamaljeet, with what Anil Vij you're saying has thrown his hat in the ring as possibly a Chief Minister phase. Will these be some of the aspirations and ambitions that the BJP may have to deal with if it becomes a good, clear majority party, or will it have to then deal with other allies as well? Kamaljeet is on the ground telling us all the latest. And Kamaljeet, taking a cue from what you said, there is of course Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, but for Haryana it's also Jai Pahalwan.